Welcome back to Comparison Cooking. My name's Kevin, and today I'm going over my brand new 120-gallon custom build smoker, all the features that I think are really nice and you might want to add to your next custom build if you're going down that road, and the biggest mistake I could make when it comes to my new custom build. So stay tuned. And right on cue, we got a lawnmower starting up in the background. Sorry about that. That's the way it goes. All right, so you can just see this thing is a behemoth. We have let's start with our wood storage for traveling. Stack wood up there, hunker it down, but look at this awesome feature. This is a double burner on the back end. So a couple of things I can do here. I can cook up corn, I can cook up steamed crabs, not steam up my house, all that stuff. Keep the heat outside, especially in the summertime. But I was also thinking about putting one of my Blackstone griddle tops on here. And instead of having a whole nother Blackstone griddle, let's see how that works out by putting a cast iron there. And then this is where the propane tank goes to feed. So it's stored, secured. One really cool feature I don't want to forget is you see these little screws down here? That makes it so this whole thing on each side, these can come up and you can remove the entire burner section. So if you're not going to be cooking on it for an extended period of time and you want to get it out of the winter elements, snow, ice, stuff like that, you can remove your whole burner, keep it in a nice dry area until you use it next time. Pretty cool. We have our exit valve. Yep, okay, duh, it works, yeah. All right, all the goods, yep, blah, blah, blah. All right, this thing from the back. Talking a little bit more about the customization he did. This was Cookers by Kevin, or Cookers by Kev. You can find him on Instagram. He does really good work, but everything he does has a little bit of a difference in customization from one smoker to the next. And I'll show you this in a second, but this is the lid stopper, which is awesome. But this, when I rolled up, I was like, what is that? But it was fine, right? I was expecting, just from all the other pictures I saw, a lid closer or damper to make sure there's not too much smoke coming out if I want to throttle it down. And so I asked him about it, obviously, and I really like this. I'm actually probably going to attach a couple bull horns on both sides and cut the tops off so smoke can come out. That could be looking pretty cool. But he's like, from all the reverse flows, he said throttling down the reverse flow, you don't need that as much as a traditional. So we're gonna go with this. If I really hate it, I can roll up to my local welder. He can take that right off and we can put a damper on it, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I think this is gonna be just fine. It's pretty neat. Keep the critters out. I'm looking forward to that feature, but let me show you this door feature and then we'll go over the racks. All right, sorry about the setup. I just think that's really cool. Instead of having big old hoops on the back or some other catching mechanism, it is right there. And then at first I was like, I worry about everything. So I was like, what if this, won't this fall? I don't want it falling on my hands. It'd have to be pretty far over. It stays back. Exactly what I'm looking for. All right, let's look at these grates. So this is a 3 grate system, obviously. 1, 2, 3, we can all count, hopefully. Here's your main grate. Slides right out, but one of the neat features he put on here is he put these little lips right here. Hopefully you can see those okay. And right there. So when you have your food out, if you didn't have that lip, this thing would just come flying right out. So that's a really nice feature. I like that. Slides in really easy. I'm gonna test this pretty soon. I'm guessing I can probably get, I don't know, what do you think? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10 pork butts, 10 pork butts. and then chicken on top. And that's, you know, when I first saw this in the pictures, I was like, why would you need that third rack? And he said there's so many times you just want that little bit extra space to put some chicken thighs on the top. And I was like, all right, yeah, let's do this. But all of these obviously come out, so you can make and rearrange. And if you have stuff that's not fitting, pull a rack out. Oh, that's nice. All right, so we have our standard door stoppers. They're very easy to use, very convenient. He welded on a shelf in the front here, which will come in handy. You can see, you know, lots of one-piece welding. This is all one giant piece. He laid on some residue, gasket sealer. I'm sure some of this will flake off over time, but to keep the smoke in, this is all good stuff. But the smoker will self-seal to a degree all by itself, so I'm not overly worried. You know, I just so far love everything about this. I need to fire it up very, very soon. I think this is just your standard thermometer, so I'm probably going to replace that with the TrueTel, whatever it's called, but can't think of it off the top of my head. It's been a while since I recorded. All right, let's get to the firebox. All right, so we see that we have our standard. Yeah, I could just do that all day. Oh, another cool feature. He put in a little heat deflector, because what happens is a lot of people will get these fireboxes so hot that it will start pumping heat and it can affect the wiring and the lights. So that was a nice little feature. All right, firebox or warming box? Firebox or warming box? Let's go firebox. All right, boom. Look at that. Just so much space. Dog, shh, be quiet. Stop barking at the landscaper. All right, as you can see, a true reverse flow going right underneath the smoker. It's going to pop back over, etc., etc. Get the fire going. Door open. As soon as the fire is lit, really burning well, you're going to shut it. And these two vents on the side are going to produce plenty of airflow. And with that, he was doing test runs. He got it up to 325, 350 really easily. That's a good sign, so that we'll be able to use less wood and throttle it down. My next video, stay tuned. We're going to fire this thing up. But right now, we're just going over all the features. This grate does come out the first cook. I am going to use it, but I could definitely end up just taking it out and cooking right on the bottom. Other features, one over there, yeah, you saw that. All right, warming box. There is a smoke vent on the warming box. How did we get that? What does that mean? Right down there, I can open up and get some live smoke. Ta-da! Get some live smoke in here. These do not come out, which I'm totally fine with. They are stationary racks. But if you want to get the smoke box, warming box, into a smoke box without the vents open, just closed, the radiant heat right to here will keep this right around 175, 180. So it's a true warm box. Now, if I have macaroni and cheese that I don't want to take up precious cooking space, let's say I'm doing a large event, not that I really do that, but let's just say I do that. Instead of taking up all the space for the meat, I put the macaroni and cheese right here, have that air vent open, let the smoke roll in, and that is going to put plenty of smoke right on my mac and cheese or other vegetables or whatever I want to keep warm, and that will also help bring the temperature. And it can get really hot in here. Good recommendation, if you're gonna cook like chicken in here, right? Put tin foil down on the bottom. All right, so all those drippings can easily be cleaned up. All right, let's talk about one of the biggest mistakes I could be making with my new smoker, which I'm going to desperately try to avoid. Well, number one, I won't be smoking and saying, yeah, I will be smoking. So leave your comments to yourself. I don't care if I burn my feet a little. I just don't care. All right, about the smoker. The biggest mistake I could make is you've seen me cook on the Meadow Creek 120 gallon. That's a off the factory. That's what they do. They specialize in building smokers. The Meadow Creek is an amazing smoker. And if I start comparing right off the bat everything this thing does to another smoker, I'm going to have my expectations up here. Every smoker is different, right? It's going to have a different hot spot. It's going to burn a little different. The flow of the smoke might be a little different. There's a lot of different factors. If I already put a mental block saying, oh, Meadow Creek did it this way, Meadow Creek did it that way, I'm just gonna hate my new smoker. I've had too many backyard big box store brands where I'm instantly comparing it to the next one. This is a brand new smoker to me. This is how I'm approaching it. The man made an awesome smoker, did awesome welding. You know, some people might critique the welding. I don't know, I'm not a welder, I don't care. This is mine. This has never been smoked on. I get to do it all. This is special. What I'm just trying to say is don't sabotage yourself. Don't say like, well, you know, my buddy's Lang does this, my buddy's this. This is yours. Appreciate the way this cooks. Figure out the rest later. You'll get it. I mean, look at this thing. It's awesome. It's awesome. That's what I wanted to leave you with. I'm in the next video. Yes, I am in the next video. In the next video, I'm gonna fire this up, get the smoke rolling, and we're gonna start doing all types of tests, hot spots, putting thermometers, putting buns in there, cooking some chicken up, cooking some pork up, and then we're gonna get into the recipe video. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave a comment on something you'd like to see me cook or do with the smoker. I hope everybody's having a great day and is getting that smoke rolling. Talk to you soon.